Have you ever seen something so unique? This is one of the most remote valleys on Earth, a place where people live off the land, without Wi-Fi, refrigeration, or even roads. An island that's over 3,000 miles from North America, its nearest continent. It's not at all a stretch to say that this is one of the most remote jungles on Earth. And you know what else? This is an island where they used to eat people.
Here the cannibal story says the people eat human.
But I have long dreamed of seeing places like this that so few people have visited.
I mean, I hike a lot, even at altitude, but in the jungle with the humidity, it's a way different feeling. I'm like so much more easily exhausted.
So I'm meeting up with Tanguy and Anna in the Valley of Kings. It's the kind of place where you need radical self-reliance and a little bit of adventurousness.
The adventure begins. I'm at this small fishing port now, about to hitch a ride to the valley. Just me and Captain Martin.
My journey begins taking about 30 minutes away from the main town to the valley.
Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I'm here with Anna.
Hi!
She's actually originally from Croatia, but you've lived here for 3 years?
Yeah.
In this beautiful, seriously beautiful valley. So now we're going to hike to a waterfall. Vaipo waterfall.
This is called the Valley of Kings. It got its name because there were 3 different tribes who lived here, and you can see the evidence of it all along the hike into the waterfall.
On Vaipo, which is a sacred place for the Marquesans.
So this is a sacred, and you have the tree as well.
It's a banyan tree. Usually Marquesans, they would plant banyan trees on Vaipo.
You might be surprised to see Anna here of all places, and her story could fill its own video. But to summarize, she hitchhiked from her home in Croatia around the world to Bora Bora, and then the other direction back again here to Nuku Hiva in the Marquesas. Here she met and fell in love with Tanguy, a local who grew up in this valley, living off the land and in harmony with his environment. Our first adventure takes us through the dense jungle in search of paradise.
Don't fall. Apparently during the rainy season, this is like completely impassable. There's a lot of cleaning, so I guess I'm glad I'm here at the end of it. I lost the drone. I was flying it and then it just didn't know home anymore, even though I had all the satellites, and it's just stuck in a tree now. So we're trying to find it, but oh my god, we're in the jungle. Ah! Well, we hiked through the jungle to try to find it, but it looks like my drone is moving in full time. But it's okay. You know, if you buy one, you know at some point it's gonna meet some kind of unfortunate end. And thanks for trying to find it with me.
We tried our best.
We did try our best. It's okay though.
Rip the drone.
Yeah, R.I.P. R.I.P. Onwards to the waterfall though. It looks awesome.
For the most part, the waterfall is actually best seen from afar, especially because of falling rocks. It can actually be pretty dangerous to get up close to it and try to swim. But we got as close as we could.
A good boy. So this is a breadfruit. It's very starchy. You can make French fries with it. I love it actually. And grows on a tree. And what else can I say about it? It's delicious. Let's have some. So this is goat curry in coconut milk. Okay, and then breadfruit, of course, and then
Papaya and tomato salad in coconut milk.
this is my first time trying goat meat. Oh wow, that's really soft. Like it.
Yes.
You like
They're
it?
very soft.
That's a very traditional Marquesan dish.
I was afraid I wouldn't like it, but I like it.
After lunch, I wanted a chance to ask Tanguy more about traditional Marquesan beliefs and culture. Prior to European settlement, this was a thriving society of over 100,000 people on the island of Nuku, Hiva. However, with settlement brought diseases, and over 98% of the population was wiped out. Tanguy also remembers a time when he was not allowed to practice his culture or even speak Marquesan outside of his home. Thankfully, there's been a revival, and a lot of that culture has come back and is now celebrated. One of the most interesting aspects to me is the concept of the mana, or the life force energy that's present in all things. So I wanted to ask Tanguy to share about it in his own words.
You're from this valley.
Yes.
You lived your whole life here.
Yes, the whole night.
And I think the mana is so beautiful. Can you tell me what it means to you?
For me, the mana is the power of the spirit from my land, my valley. It's from nature. The nature give me that. That's the real say for the mana. For me, I don't know other people. Is need to protect nature, not need nature. Need to protect. If you know nature, no mana from. I don't feel have mana. You need from nature. If you know nature, everything's broken, no good. You need nature for give that. Got strong and power, spirit. From nature.
And if you're curious about the cannibal history, don't worry, we talked about that too, and we'll get to it later. Although it's not part of the culture I was raised with, I find the mana to be something relatable. It's knowing that it feeds you and nourishes you and provides everything that we need. It's knowing that we have to respect and love it.
It's hard to put into words how truly beautiful this is, just to be standing here. They did warn me about the no-no flies, which are all over me despite wearing DEET. They do not care. And they're these little tiny black sand flies that just eat the shit out of your skin and apparently itch like a motherfucker. So I guess I'm gonna find out really soon how bad that gets. I'm definitely noticing that it's really hard to not get lightheaded because it's just so humid and hot too, and dense and jungly, and it's crazy because it is so beautiful. Maybe the most beautiful place I've ever been, but at the same time I'm lightheaded a lot. So I just need to keep hydrating, but I really don't know how these bites may materialize. I hope it's not crazy. I hope I had enough bug spray on. We will find out soon. These nuts used in the past to burn like a candle to make fuel, basically. So you take the shell off.
That's right, you take the shell off and then you take the part of the palm leaf, tiny branch, and then you do it like a brochette. You just pick it straight through it. And then it burns. It burns very slowly. So in the times when there was no light, it was very convenient and practical.
It's called an ama, and ama means light in Marquesan, right?
Literally, yeah.
That's so cool. We have the barbecued goat, which is really soft and delicious, and these breadfruit nuggets, which are also amazing.
So important thing is not to hit it with the edge,
Okay.
but to hit it with the other side, that it's not so sharp like this, but like this. And aim for the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the important thing. And just when you do the motion, it needs to be very strong. It's because it's very heavy. Sometimes people like just drop it on the floor.
Okay.
Which is, yeah, just you turn it and you do it again, and then you just open it like that. Yeah.
Here we go. You can do it. Oh, stronger, stronger. Yep.
What?
Needs to be, yeah.
Okay.
You be strong, like bam. More. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Woohoo! You got it.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay.
Yes.
It's nice.
Yeah.
And now you stick the machete inside and open it
Okay.
with the like that. Yep. Yep. Good job, Kristen. You got it. Perfect. Perfect. Amazing.
You always try to get the rhythm going.
A rhythm.
It's all about a rhythm.
Just keep going. It takes practice. That's all
time.
that it is. Time and practice.
Wow, what headway. You don't need to like have a gym here.
No, no, no. We don't work out. Like
Well,
we
you do
don't
work
work
out,
out. Our life is just a constant workout.
Yeah. It's all like pretty much living off the land, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Everything we get here is from the nature.
Yeah.
So there is no really need for gym.
No. I love coconut milk, but I never really thought about what it takes to
To make
create
it.
it. We're not even done. We still have to squeeze the milk out.
That's right. It's just for a coffee. We're gonna just use it for a coffee, so we don't need a lot. But this is perfect. Yep.
I'm using all of my muscles. Like, give me some pretty good guns, though.
Yep. Yep. Good job.
That's it?
Yep, that's it. And then you filter it one last time. Look at all of that milk. Yay! Ta-da!
It's okay.
What does the master say?
It's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah,
perfect.
Good. Very nice.
Good.
Good.
Oh,
But I want to show you something that is sort of unique to the Marquesas, because in so many other Polynesian cultures they eat taro, but here, what's it called again? Tarua. This is what it looks like. It grows from an alocasia like leaf. That's what it looks like. So you boil that. So that's these pieces right here.
Time to suit up.
No trail, we just gotta, or Tangi has to hack the trees with a machete. So we're just kind of making our own way, but word on the street is that the view at the top is amazing. Also, where my people at out there who excessively face sweat, because that is me 1000%. Hot. So hot. I'm not used to this humidity. Okay, we made it. We made it. Oh my god. Whoa.
This is called the Warriors Checkpoint,
This is called the Warriors Checkpoint.
where the
Fuck
warriors
yeah.
would come and then they would look out for the enemy.
Ah, so this is,
Enemy of the tribe.
you can see the enemies coming from here. I guess they came by water.
That's right, yeah.
Cool. I loved getting a taste of life in the valley with Anna and Tangi, but there was one question I had lingering in my mind. I wanted to know more about the cannibalistic history in the Marquesas. Although it hasn't been practiced here for over 100 years, I'm still just so darn fascinated by it. Aren't you?
I can imagine. But the cannibal, they say cannibal here, not just they eat people like that. They need to make it like a ritual. How to say ritual?
The
Ritual?
like a
Ritual,
ceremony.
yes, like a ceremony.
It was always part of the ceremony.
Yeah, for the ceremony. They don't eat people like that.
Yeah.
She's the priest give the order for do that. Yes.
To sacrifice
To
people.
sacrifice people.
Because
They get for see they have happening in the nature. If they don't give any fruit or no good for go fishing or hunting, no good. They need to sacrifice one people.
One
For get
person.
and then one person for giving the nature for the guy. But the tiki will go the other guy. Tiki.
okay. And sometimes it would be someone from another tribe, right?
Yeah. They go the other tribe. No, the same tribe. Always the priest give the orientation.
The order.
Yeah, the order
Who
and then
to-
go. If you said the east, they go in the east. They go in the east. If
The
you
chief-
the west, the west.
the
They don't
chief
go like
would-
that. Just for take. No.
The chief would listen to the
Yeah.
priest. The
Okay.
order.
Yeah, the priest give everything.
And then would everybody eat to get some of the mana as well from the warriors?
Just the sheep they get the brand. Just
The
and
brain?
then the body,
Brain.
yeah, the brand they eat. Just they take the head and the brain. That's he eat.
The strong mana.
Yeah,
the
the strong
powerful
mana from
organs.
the brand. No, the body they give for some people, some for everybody.
And
Him they
But then
eat
they
the-
also had the tribal wars between themselves when they would capture the warrior
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then they would share that mana. from
Mana,
the-
yeah.
They would take the mana from the strongest warrior that they captured and then they would eat that person as well.
but this is over now. Right.
Yeah, of course, there is no more cannibalism
No,
on
yeah,
the
no more.
islands.
They finished that long
Think-
time ago.
Yeah.
The last cannibal
The last
died
in
in
1903.
1903. Yeah,
Yeah.
1903. It's just the part of his culture before.
But it's my blood that, it's
Of course.
inside my blood. I don't do that, I didn't see that, but they inside my blood. If everybody said that cannibal, no, I said I'm proud of all that.
Yeah, you're not
My
ashamed
ancestor
of
from, yeah,
what
don't
your
shame for that.
ancestor
I
did.
need to say true, the reality. To somebody say, cannibal, I don't like that. Yeah, like, that is my gene. That. I didn't do that, but
That's
my
right.
gene.
It's part of your history and
Yeah,
you're not
that-
ashamed
yeah,
of it.
proud.
I wouldn't say that.
Cannibal, that
It's just
proud
what
of
it
where
is.
you
is
come
the reason
from.
I wear that shirt, cannibal.
It is what it is. You cannot
Yeah.
change the history.
Yeah, I cannot change.
Yeah.
The cannibal history can be a sensitive topic for some people. I think it's up to all of us to be open-minded about history, about culture, and to remember that there were lots of cultures all throughout history that believed in human sacrifice. And from my time in the valley, I feel honored to have gotten a peek into what life is like here, to what the history was like, and to be a part of it for just a little while.
Well, my time at this beautiful place is coming to an end, and I'm hopping on a boat and heading out of here. But if you find yourself on Nuku Hiva, honestly, come here and experience this beautiful valley. It's truly magical, and it feels like Pandora or another planet, or just, I don't even know how to describe it. You gotta experience it for yourself.